So, hey everyone, I hope you all are doing well. So, today we are going to do a very interesting question. This is one of my favorite questions, to be honest. And this question has been asked in Meta also. So, I'll prefer you to listen carefully what I am teaching today. What we need to find out, we need to calculate each user's average session time. We need to find out average session time for each user, right? Where a session is defined as the time difference between page load and page exit. What a session is? Session is the difference between page load and page exit time. Assume each user has only one session per day. One user will only have one session one day per day. It's written over there, right? Assume each user has only one session per day. If multiple page load or page exit events are there on the same day, use only the latest page load and the earliest page exit. So this is the tricky part. What they are saying is we need to assume one user will have one session one day, right? Per day. But if per day multiple sessions are there, we are assuming if multiple sessions are there, but we need to assume only one, right? So we are going to take the latest page load. What is latest page load? Let's say a person has loaded the page at 1 p.m. and he has loaded the page at 2 p.m. Which one will be the latest one? The latest one will be the after one, right? So I'll take the maximum one will be the latest one. And similarly, we need to take the earliest page exit. Earliest page exit. Earliest page exit, which one will be the earliest one? The before one will be the earliest one, which is minimum one, right? That's what they are saying. So if multiple sessions are there, we have to consider latest page load and earliest page exit. Okay, this thing is important. Latest means maximum, earliest means minimum. Output user ID and their average session time. We need to output user ID and the average session time. I hope this question is clear with you. So we need to find out user and their average session time per day. Only one session will be there for one user. If multiple sessions are there, then we have to take latest page load and earliest page exit. Latest means the maximum one, the last one, and earliest means the first one, which will be the minimum one. I hope it's clear with you. This is our table. And these are the columns that we have. We have user ID, we have timestamp, and we have action. So what I will do, first I will consider this thing. One user will have one session one day. So I'll take the user ID. And for one day, I'll just convert my timestamp into date. Why am I doing that? So that I will get per date thing as date. Cast is used to convert one data type to another. So I'm converting timestamp as date here. This is day. And if multiples are there, then we have to take maximum page exit, maximum page load. So I'll write here only case when my action equals to page load, then what I want to consider? Then I want to consider my timestamp and I will end it because it's a maximum. So I'll write as page load. What I have written here that if my action is page load, then I will have the time. And which time? The maximum time I will have because it's written latest page load. And similarly, I will do for page exit also. Page exit. And for page exit, you need to have minimum because it is earliest page exit, right? So I'll write minimum here. It's from which table? It's from your Facebook weblog. And one more thing which is missing over here is group by. Why group by? These are your aggregate columns. These are your non-aggregate column. So whenever this is the case in your select syntax, when you have aggregate and non-aggregate column together, then group by will be compulsory for you. And in group by, you have to mention all your non-aggregate column, which are these. So let us see. So we got each user per day page load and page exit. I'll just save it in my CT1. And now I will find out the difference. How we can find out the difference for each user per day? By using dative. Dative, I need to have the difference in seconds for page load. And page exit, from which table it is? From your CT1 table. Okay, you got your answer, but I want to have it in decimals also. Though we don't have decimals, if you need to have it in decimal, you can just multiply it with 1.0. And I am writing here alias as session. Because your session is the difference between page load and page exit. I'll write CT2 as here, right? We are finding out for each user per day session. Session is the difference between page load and page exit. I want to have the difference in seconds, so I have written S here. Okay. Now I will find out the average session time for each user. So I'll write user ID, I'll write average, session. It's from which table? It's from your CT2 table, and then group by user ID. Correct? Here you got your answer. I don't want to have 2 because 2 does not have a session time. So I'll say I only want to have those users which are not null. So where my, okay. One more thing. If we want to use an aggregate column in filtering, so we will be using having, right? Having average session time is not null. It should not be null, right? So that's what we have to do in this question. I hope you feel it interesting. I want your answers also over the chat box. Thank you, everyone. Keep practicing.